We are in Balcones Woods, what I think is one of the absolute best neighborhoods in all of Greater Austin. We're gonna take a look, show you all around. It is super close to the Domain, very close to the Arboretum, so just world-class shopping and restaurants. Balcones Woods area also includes Mesa Park. In this entire area, last year, 2023, only 36 homes sold total. So the people that move here love it here. Most of the houses are between 1,600 and maybe 2,400 square feet. Originally built in the 70s and 80s. Obviously there have been some ones that have been rebuilt, added on to. The average lot size is about 0.22 of an acre. The largest one being about a half acre. Currently in Balcones Woods Club. We're in the park, as you can see the pool and the tennis courts, but some of the houses right behind you literally have gates in, and then over we'll show you where the quarries are and the Hyde Park private school is, and there are a couple of blocks there that actually back to that park and that quarry, that lake back there. The schools here are Davis Elementary, Murchison Middle School, and Anderson High School, which are some of the highest rating schools in Austin. I actually went to Murchison and Anderson and they're still standing, so I guess they win. Can't wait to show you everything that this neighborhood has to offer. Let's go check it out. Okay, so we are at the very back end of the neighborhood where it runs into Mopac. And again, they were very smart about not allowing Mopac to connect so that it keeps this neighborhood quiet, but there is a couple of walkways to the Domain and we're gonna go check those out. All right, Patrick, so you're the one that's been through here, you live here.
This is the way that I get to the Domain. There are two different ways. One is this way and one is that sidewalk right there that goes right next to Mopac. But this one is much easier.
We're gonna take the easier, you're not supposed to way.
Look both ways at the railroad track. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, especially that section of the railroad tracks, because I have walked from far west, I have walked from North Cross Mall, down those railroad tracks, more than one.
And there is the Domain.
So you can literally just walk right there. So living in this neighborhood, you walk down, what restaurant, there's all kinds of shopping, and there's just...
You've got Perry's, you got Maggiano's.
And so one of the benefits of living here is to be able to come down, park, walk across, because anybody that goes to the Domain knows the worst part about the Domain is parking.
Well, and don't forget, during the holiday season, we have fireworks right there. So we can walk through here and watch the fireworks, walk back and be back in our house 5 minutes after the fireworks end.
Right on. We are at the Domain. The Domain was opened in 2007. It has tons of commercial, retail, and even residential. It is sometimes called the second downtown of Austin, up here in the north side of Austin. It has world-class restaurants, super high-end clothes shopping, amazing nightlife, and even, like I said, the residential. That's why they call it the second downtown. The Domain, you can imagine at night, all lit up, bars and restaurants all through here. Families hanging out, playing in the little courtyard area. As you can see, head into these little walkways here where there's all kinds of shopping, residential above. The Domain is usually pretty packed during the weekends, especially during the day, and then again at night for the nightlife that's here. Local barbershop even. There are several parking lots and parking garages. Some of them are designated for the residents that live here, but most of them are open to the public as well. Dillard's, Macy's, obviously saw Dick's Sporting Goods. Indeed actually has one of their office buildings here. You can move in, get a job, shop, eat, find your favorite bar, all without leaving the Domain. So we stopped real quick at one of the food trucks here to get some shawarma. Yeah, buddy. Museum of Illusions. Everything you could want in walking distance, and back out to Dick's. So again, think about, you could either live here in the Domain or living in Balcones Woods and be able to just walk on over and enjoy everything the Domain has to offer.
Danny, see this sidewalk right here? In order to get there, if you wanted to go to the Domain that way, you go up a little bit, you cross at a crosswalk.
Okay.
Go all the way over, you cross at a crosswalk, and then walk all the way down the sidewalk all the way in, right?
Okay.
Or you can walk across the road.
Or walk across the railroad tracks and then follow the sidewalk.
So,
yeah. So this is the entrance to Hyde Park, right?
Correct.
So this is the main entrance in and out of the Hyde Park private school.
Correct.
At least this location.
Which you access off of the breaker exit on Mopac. So remember, we stopped here. You can use the lake for $20 a year and go fishing and kayaking and stand-up paddleboard, everything. It's pretty cool.
And all of these houses back up to the park, and so you can also see the quarry from those backyards as well. It's a little hidden gem back in North Austin where you live along one of these couple of blocks here. Right there where those power lines are is where Balcones Woods and Mesa Park, that's the separation, the line between the two.
See this house and how it looks kind of newer than the rest of them? It's a little bit nicer. That house was the first house, the first person I told you about who lived at my Natrona house after that house burned.
Oh, wow.
There's the quarries.
You can see the quarries right behind their house.
So I've rebuilt 12 homes in this area. And so you kind of get a good feel for the building practices. One of the nice things is all of these homes are PVC, not cast iron piping.
For built in the 70s,
Right.
that's awesome.
Right, and because that's NPC switched over, there was another builder in here by the name of Walter Carrington. Walter Carrington actually built my house originally. You can pretty much tell the difference between them by the floor plan and the layout, and Walter Carrington used aluminum wiring in his houses. And NPC did on a few, but not many. I've only found one that I've redone that was an MPC house that had aluminum wiring. So this is Schroeder Park here. Schroeder Park is just a freaking awesome park, hike and bike trail. It's got a kids playground. It's got a basketball court. It's got a picnic area. We used to have Boy Scout meetings there often and Cub Scout meetings there often to allow the kids to do different projects for the city and such.
Well, they were doing much better things than I was doing here in the park in high school.
Yes.
We called them OSHA safety meetings, but I'm pretty sure that had nothing to do with OSHA or safety, but I'm feeling much better now. It was high school in the 80s. I loved this neighborhood. I loved living here. Some of my oldest, dearest friends from this neighborhood. My sister's in-laws still live in this neighborhood. So her husband grew up here on Wind River. Her best friend 3 doors down, right? So I mean, this neighborhood, you know, that's why I think it's one of the best, is just because of my deep roots here, my love for it. The types of houses that are here, the larger lots that are here, the bigger yards, you know, like, it's not cookie cutter. The proximity to highways, shopping, restaurants, just everything that is close to here, the schools, everything.
Which is why my wife and I purchased this house, and we use it as a furnished rental for our clients who need a place to stay between houses, or we've also used it as an insurance home, so that when people have been affected by a fire or a flood in their home, they have a place to live, and the insurance companies really appreciate it.
And you have all the utilities and internet, you have the account, so they can just move in. They don't have to set up anything when they move in.
Yeah.
Dishes, silverware.
Everything's there.
Everything is there.
Everything.
I moved here in the 8th grade and lived here about a year or two before graduation. I lived here only about 4 years.
I remodeled this house here back in, I don't know, 2014. My dad and I actually redid this house on the kind of curve here. It's got a huge backyard back in like 2000.
The cream or the
cream one right here.
There you go.
Back in 2002, we did that one. There is no immediate entrance and immediate exit for 183. You have to go through a light to get on or get off 183. And they did that on purpose, because whenever you do have that, theft rates typically do go up.
Not only do the theft rates go up, but just the keeping this neighborhood nice and quiet.
Yeah, that's one that I helped to remodel, and then I sold it to the current owners, who are good friends of mine.
The Wind River is one of the ways that you can get into this neighborhood, but even that bumps into a little cut through from 183. So there's some insulation, you know, at 15, took stepdad's Mustang, the 5.0, and as I dropped it into third gear, looked down, I was already doing 90, so I don't know how fast I got, but this is a fun road. We're gonna be showing you here pretty quick one of the entrances to what is now the Hyde Park School, private school, but it is also quarries and park, and when I lived here, it was completely open, and so that, if I understand correctly, this quarry here, the lake that is here, actually has a rare freshwater jellyfish.
Yeah,
in
they're
it.
about the size of a $50.
Some pretty interesting, amazing little houses That's the house that I lived in and created all the lifelong friends and stole the Mustang and all the fun stuff that we did. And I had motorcycles and we would just head straight down this road here and out and head out, cut across Duval into Angus Valley, and then cut through the back of my buddy's neighborhood, through his backyard, and disappear onto when they were building Palmer Lane, and we would be gone for the weekend. Patrick decided that he should never live here, and you've lived here for how long now?
24 years.
24 years, yeah. So we have some deep, deep roots in this neighborhood. That's what makes Balcones Woods one of our favorite neighborhoods.
This house here was a remodel that I assisted with. Actually, I'm going to turn around. I want to show you the largest lot in the neighborhood that you don't think is a large lot. Can you see the backyard back there? So what they did is they put this here, and they had this cul-de-sac over here, or this
right
U-shaped street over here. They didn't have room for any other yard, so they just basically pushed this one back. So it's over half an acre.
Right on.
In the middle of Balcones Woods, and that house is absolutely beautiful.
This is a Saturday afternoon, and this is the amount of traffic. You could run around here as a kid. You were safe. Field goal in the front yard.
Well, that was my brother's, Chris's house for years, and he sold it. He redid that one, not me. This is one that was redone back in early 2000s. Beautiful house.
Yeah, it is a beautiful house. So this is Balcones Club. With Balcones Woods area, we did include that Mesa Park. In Mesa Park, the houses are a little bit smaller, lot sizes are a little bit smaller, but the price points are a little bit lower. Yeah, and again, that's where Schroeder's Park is, and actually that's where the Hyde Park Quarries all backs up, is all in Mesa Park. But all of it, again, is just one small area where they really have it between 183 and Mopac. So you're super close to those highways, which means you can get anywhere on the north side of Austin super, super quick. Downtown's only about 20 minutes away. All of these things combined has maintained the feeling of the neighborhood, and that's why I consider it one of the best neighborhoods, so don't move here. So we are at the Arboretum. The Arboretum is an outdoor shopping mall that opened in 1987. It is at 183 and 360 Capital of Texas Highway. It has the Renaissance Hotel. It's got commercial, obviously. It's got good park area, little pond right down below, great views, and over 40 different places to shop for clothes, food, accessories, furniture, you name it. It's all here at the Arboretum. We are at Anderson High School. Anderson High School is where I went to high school. Loved going here. Back then, it was the #1 rated for academic achievement. It is still a very highly rated here in the North Austin area. So it is AISD school. My first job was in a grocery store not 2 blocks from here. We used to run over and have at Wally's Hamburgers, which is still there. Amazing little hamburger joint there. So definitely have great friends from here. Still know all the people that were my best friends at that time. Just the football field is super cool. Obviously, we got tennis courts, baseball field. The interior of the school is built like an 8 with a courtyard in the center. Great, great high school. If you're thinking about living in any of the Northwest area, definitely take the time to check out for yourself Anderson High School. We are at Murchison Middle School. Murchison Middle School was founded in 1967. It is here on Far West, just off of Mopac. It services a lot of the neighborhoods here in the Northwest, proper Austin area. Now, it was a great place to go to school. Still has very high ratings, has an amazing field. At the end of that field, it's actually got a big hill, nice and wide, and we would get cardboard and slide down the grass. And on rare occasion when we would have some snow and ice really in Texas, right? We would come over and really slide down that hill and have a great time. When I was going to school here, I got to take the bus over from Balcones Woods over here in the mornings. We would hop off the bus, scoot over real quick over to the corner store, buy our little goodies and head on into class. Some of the folks that I went to school here with, met here, are still friends today. I'm 50 years old and I still know these people. That's what kind of community and school this is. So if you're looking to move into the Northwest Austin area, check out Murchison Middle School.